Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. Absolutely not. It is playoff time, gentlemen. It is playoff time. Welcome back to another episode of Flawless Fantasy Football. And this is week 15 waivers. Yes, 15 weeks, man. That's almost like 4 months. Almost 4 months. Where's the time gone? It's been a great season so far. At the tail end of fantasy football season and on the beginning end of reality when the true playoffs start. As you guys can see, look, I'm donning this freaking glass sucker's freaking doggone shirt today because he decided to come back to life last weekend. Congratulations, Mike Williams, for coming back to the fold a little bit. So, hey guys, I'm not going to hold you. Thanks for showing up. Man, it's been a great fantasy football season, great fantasy season. I want to thank everybody that showed up. I want to thank the new supporters, thank the loyal subscribers that were been with me since day one. You know who you are. And just the people that check me out and don't comment or press like, but get something out of it, you know. So, hey, how about this? A little special little thing. If you've been checking out the videos, if you've been watching my content, giving assertive effort to press like or comment or both. No, both. Do both for me. And I would definitely appreciate it. And let me know that my hard work is getting to you guys and you appreciate it. All right, guys, let's get to it. Let's not play around. We're going to start with quarterbacks. I'm not going to, I'm not going to shuck and jive today. Let's just get right to it. I'm going to put the quarterbacks up. We're going to go over them. And we're going to talk about how confident you should feel moving forward, playing them this week, this week and next week, or whatever. Let's go. Okay, now check it out. I have a whopping 4 names on the board. I'm going to give you 2 honorable mentions at the end. Stick all the way through. So don't be like, Prophet, I can't believe you got that. No, sorry, I call myself Prophet. Flawless, please take that off the board. Okay, just hear me out, all right? Let's talk about that Bizoid, that man, Brizzock Purdy. Man, I'm going to tell you, I got to make sure I don't digress because I got to get all this info out. But I was this close last week to put in going to buy me a little Brock Purdy little shirt. That close, but I didn't pull the trigger. And I actually thought about being ballsy and putting him in over Josh, but I didn't want to, I didn't want to, do nothing too crazy. But yeah, Brock Purdy, man, the dude's been balling, man. He had 19 points the first week he came in. Then he came up with a 25 last week versus Seattle. No, last week. Now he plays against Seattle. I believe it's a Thursday night game. So we're going to be getting crunk around here at my crib on Thursday. And you always got to be careful about Seattle because they be having that crazy weather and stuff like that. But I don't care because Debo's not there. He has McCaffrey he can dump it down to. He has other wide receivers. He can run. I like him, man. He's not just a manager. It feels like he's a general. Eric Armstead was basically saying last week that he was like, he think he's Peyton Manning or something. The way he be cursing out people. Man, look, I'll be honest with you. I felt he'd do well. I didn't know he'd do that well. But I'm excited about it. Debo's coming back. He'll miss a few weeks. That's awesome for the team. The narrative is on schedule for Sanford. I've been talking about that, guys. All right, now. So, Brock Purdy, he should do fine in Seattle this week. Seattle doesn't offer much resistance, if you ask me. He's a great pickup to play, especially the people that lost their Arizona quarterback last night. That was unfortunate. So, wish him to come back soon. Oh, man. Those non-contact injuries aren't no joke. So, Kyler Murray, hope for the best. Speedy recovery. That's going to go into next year, though. It has no choice but to. All right, number 2 is Mike White. All right, he took a nice shellacking against the Bills. A nice shellacking. But they're optimistic that he looks on track to play this week. The beautiful part about it is that although he's day-to-day, he plays against Detroit. And Detroit, pass funnel and everything, should be a nice high-scoring game, to be totally honest with you. Well, not as high as the other one was this past week, but because they've been playing against the Jets, and the Jets are tough defense as per their corners. So Amon-Ra should have a good game because he's in the slot. So we'll see how that works. So if you got Amon-Ra, of course you're going to fire him up, right? Right. Just like that. But Mike White can have a good day. Kirk Cousins may or may not be out there. Plays against the Colts. He has one of the best, essentially one of the best wide receivers in the game, no matter how you cut it, Justin Jefferson. So you should feel confident playing Cousins. He shouldn't take it. Now, I put Aaron Rodgers up here. Y'all look, this gentleman has not had a 25-point game all freaking year, all freaking season. And everybody's healthy. I think Monday night, he can show out versus the Rams. The Rams ain't nobody. No Aaron Donald, he ain't got nothing to worry about. He can dump it down. He can throw it to Christian Watson. He can throw it to Lazard. He can do whatever he wants. I think he's going to have a nice day. And he should be, turnover free and be able to put up a nice game. Again, if you lost somebody like Kyler Murray or homeboy for Baltimore, feel free. I would prioritize it similar to this, but with the exception of one thing. All right. Now, I do like Aaron Rodgers, but I don't like more of these two individuals. And the reason I didn't put them on the list is because I put them as honorable mention because it's playoff time. And that is Trevor Lawrence, right? He deserves to be up here. He deserves to be on squads. And Jeff Goff. Mr. Goff. Jared Goff. I don't know what the fuck to call him Jeff. So, Mr. Jared, Mr. Lawrence, they're both good players. But here's the thing. Trevor Lawrence, he plays against Dallas. Dallas got that pressure for his ass. Got a nice corner in Diggs. So he'll probably take one of the wide receivers away, which really don't matter because he's throwing the ball so well to all the receiving options, basically. So if he can hold up, I don't know if Dallas is going to play down to him or play up. But Trevor Lawrence should still be safe. So I would put Trevor Lawrence above Rodgers. I just want to put him as an honorable mention because, these two dudes have been on the quarterback list for the longest time. So you should already know about them. And Mr. Goff, he has a tough matchup. He has a tough matchup because he plays against the Jets. So, although they're great options, and Lawrence is currently the QB 8 on the year, and Goff is the QB 12 on the year, great options, but have very tough matchups. So if you're ballsy, go for it. And I'm not going to lie, I probably would go for one of these two over Rodgers, and possibly even Cousins. But I don't know if I go do Cousins or not, but you never know. But I'll just go Brock or Mike White over those two just because of the potential shootout opportunities in here. But and Brock Purdy's automatic. I ain't putting nobody on Brock. Am I biased or not? I don't think so. Let's go to the running backs. All right, self-explanatory now, right? Bam night, automatically. The dude been up here for a week or two, and he's the man over there at the Jets. Simple and plain, no Michael Carter. I don't want to hear he doesn't mean nothing. Bam has been balling. 17 carries against the Buffalo Bills for 71 yards and a touchdown. He's had 15 and 16 half-point PPR points for the past 2 weeks. He's the man there. If you got him, if you get him, you can easily put him in there as a nice flex. RB2 if need be. I feel confident about this dude. His next couple games, he played against Detroit this week, which is a cakewalk. Then he plays against the Jags, should be a cakewalk. And Seattle, he should be able to run on for the next 3 weeks. Bam Knight can be a freaking league winner, whoever got him. Congratulations. Number 2, J.K. Dobbins. People probably got impatient on J.K., and got rid of him, sent him to the waiver wire, and probably for good reason. But J.K. is explosive, man, J.K. J.K. is explosive. 15 for 120 in the touchdown versus Steelers. Man, I'll be honest with you. This is what people expected from J.K. He plays against Cleveland and Atlanta the next 2 weeks, and then plays against Pittsburgh again, the one he just lit up. So he has a great schedule moving forward. And he can be put into lineups with confidence, J.K. Dobbins. He got caught from behind on a touchdown run. He got caught from behind. And, people was wondering what was up. Was he hurt? But he came back in, whatever. And the word was that basically he was upset with himself because he got caught. And at the end of the day, he basically just admitted he's not in shape, because he said, like, don't worry, though. I'm going to get in shape, and these 100-yard games will start turning into 200-yard games. I'll be honest with you. I believe him. I really wanted him last year. I'm glad I've missed him because the person right before me sniped him. But I like J.K. Dobbins. He's somebody that you can look at that'll probably be out there probably round 4, early round 4, late round 3 next year. So somebody to think about. Hopefully he does well and stays healthy the rest of the season. J.K. Dobbins is a GOAT. Number 3, Chuba Hubbard. Now you say Chuba Hubbard, yeah, now I'm going to be honest with you, Chuba Hubbard, man, they just run the ball over there in Carolina. They just run in the rock. They can't throw it, so they just running it. Then him and the other homeboy over there, they just running the rock. That's what the organization want to do. It's almost like Atlanta. They just want to freaking run. And Chuba Hubbard and Dante Foreman, that's what they're doing. 14 carries for 74 yards and a touchdown, 5.3 yards a carry. He had 3 catches for 25. Look, he's at home against Pittsburgh and Detroit the next 2 weeks. Pittsburgh just got 8 on, and Detroit is self-explanatory. Chuba Hubbard is an excellent pickup. Chuba Hubbard, number 3. Number 4. Now, this is a Tyler Algier. Now, the reason I say this, too, is just like Chuba Hubbard. I don't know if I spell it right. It's close, though. All right. So, it's just like Chuba Hubbard. They like to run the ball a lot. And I believe if they bring in Desmond Ridder, they're going to make sure they just run a lot. And I don't think it's going to be a lot of passing. Okay? I don't think it'll be a lot of passing. They'll be running Patterson and Algier. Now, mind you, Patterson long in the tooth. Algier is the man there. He's the future in Atlanta to be toting the rock. I like him too for next year. Algier, I really like him. Now, they play against the Saints. Saints are tough. People do like Saints defense this week. But when you're getting 10, 11 carries a game, and then you might, I believe he'll get the first crack at goal line because of his stature, so we'll see. And playing with Ridder, so we'll see what happens. I like Tyler Algier moving forward. I might even play him this week. I got to see how waivers work out, though. So he's number 4. All right, now number 5, we're going to go with Pierre Strong / Harris. Now, the reason I got these boys together, Pierre Strong was 5 for 70 in the TD. And Harris was 8 for 26 in the TD. But we don't know what's going to go on with them. We don't know if Damian Harris is going to come back. I'll be honest with you. I don't think he will. I got kind of sloppy there. My bad. Put it all close together. But Pierre Strong and K. Harris, because Damian Harris is not the future there, okay? I said this a long time ago. He ain't the future there. So they might want to see what they truly got. And I definitely think Stevens is going to miss some time. He showed a lot of workload, you know what I'm saying? So it's surprising he broke down a little bit. But all depends if you want Pierre Strong, if you want the person that's explosive, or the big burly one in Harris. Take your pick, take your shot. All depends how long, Westcott might be out to the rest of the, Matt missed 2 weeks. So we got to see. But if Damian Harris don't come back, one of these guys is going to have a great game, or both of them might have the same type of game. All right, let's bust it. Let's get the wide receivers. Bam Knight, J.K. Dobbins, Chuba Hubbard, Tyler Algier, Pierre Strong, K. Harris. Holla at your boy, wide receivers. All right, bust it. Here you go. Check it out, guys. Check it out. Zay Jones, man. Zay Jones has been balling. This dude has been balling. He's up to like wide receiver number, I want to say 28 or something like that on the year. 29 for the year and half-point PPR. And that's saying something. On Jacksonville Jaguars. The dude's been solid. He's been pretty much automatic. He had 12 targets this past week. 12 targets. 8 for 67 and a touchdown versus Tennessee. And week 15, he played at home against the Dallas. Now, mind you, again, so Dick's going to be covering somebody. I doubt it'd be Zay Jones. So Zay Jones should be the man with the plan. So he's a big part of the offense. So if you got him and you want to put him in there as a plus, he get targets. he can have your big day and make some nice, and the majority of y'all in PPR leagues, Zay Jones is an excellent option. Number 2 is Elijah Moore. Doghouse a little while ago. They had to smack him on the head real quick and let him know to shut up. Shut up and play. Shut up and freaking catch a ball, they say. But Corey Davis is going to play. He's unlikely to play with his concussion. You know how that go. He caught 6 out of 10 targets versus Buffalo for 60 yards. So, and now I get to play Detroit. You know? So you're just going to be throwing it to Garrett Wilson and him for the most part, you know, as wide receiver role. You know, yeah, they got the other guy with that Denzel Mills, but I think they're really trying to, they know the talent that Elijah Moore have, so he's somebody that you can actually pick up and play. Number 3, Jameson Williams. He just got on the field last week. He had a 1 for 41 in a TD. I, for one, feel that was a bad acting job by the league, actually, you know, covering that up. It's like that's the only thing he did all day. It was first from the get-go, whatever. That's just how I said he was wide open, like ridiculous. He was more wide open than Justin Jefferson was like that first or second week when the ball's up in there. He had to look around like nobody was around him. That's how wide open he was. It's like, come on, man. You wouldn't have seen that happen at a junior varsity freaking practice. It's ridiculous. Nevertheless, it's somebody I have to mention. Wouldn't feel comfortable because all the other options over there and everybody's healthy. DJ Shark's healthy. You know, you got Hawkinson. You know, you got Amara. You know, so I wouldn't see putting him in there like that. You know, just because his snap percentage is not even close to being high. But I had to mention him. Number 4 is Richie James and Isaiah Hodgins. You know, okay, Richie James went 7 for 61. All right, with the TD. And Isaiah Hodgins, you know what I'm saying, had 4 for 38 in the TD. You know, from what I understand, Hodgins is the bigger guy, bigger stature guy. I don't trust the quarterback situation. They were getting boat raced. Barkley wasn't pretty much in the game and being effective. So I don't know if I would want to hang my hat on that. But both of those guys had a good game this past week. I'm putting them on the list because they deserve it. Number 5 is Chris Moore. Chris Moore went 10 for 124, I'm sorry, for the Houston Texans. Now, granted, even though he had all those targets and catches, Nico Collins or Brandon Cooks didn't play. But this week, if they don't play, and granted, it's waiver time, so it's only Tuesday night. But if they play against KC this week, and at the end of the day, they're going to be getting both rates up out of here, so they should be throwing the whole game. So somebody's going to benefit. May it be Nico Collins if he comes back. I doubt if it be Brandon Cooks because he's not in the freaking works for the future. Amari Rodgers, the one that actually had the touchdown, didn't have as big as of a day and that many targets though. But Chris, getting 10 catches for 124, is something that you can't blink an eye at in case he's going to be up on him, so they're going to be throwing all the time. All right, so he's a great play with a lot of target potential. And honorable mention for this week will be no other than Mr. Drake London. Yeah, just a Drake London. It might be time for him to get his juice. You never know because they got Desmond Ridder coming in, right? They was on the bye last week, but the week before the bye, he had 12 targets. So it's time for them to start building that rapport with Desmond Ridder, new quarterback. So Drake London may have high, very high, or hell, say severe, up value going forward. All right. So Drake London, wide receiver Zay Jones, Elijah Moore, Jameson, Richard James, Chris Moore, and Drake London. All right, tight end time. All right, check it out, guys. If you enjoyed this, just take a time, just press like. I could pause for a hot second. Press like. Holler at your boy. Let me know that you were here. So, this is the tight ends. Real quick, I ain't finna go into it too long. Let me know if you are interested in any of these guys. Evan Ingram popped off. He is the tight end number 5 on the freaking year. That's crazy, right? That goes to show you what a big 33-point game would do for you. But, again, he's playing against Dallas this week, and then the Jets the next week after that. So Dallas and Jets. So you'll be chasing points if you went to go get them, but hell, man, it ain't like a tight corner going to be on him or nothing like that. Evan Ingram could be a solid play, probably get another 6 for 60 something or something like that easily. All right, number 2 is, let me see if I get it. Chigoziem Okonkwo. I don't know how close that was. Chigoziem Okonkwo. Close enough, man. I think it was spot on, bro. I think it was spot on. But that dude been balling for Tennessee. He's the tight end one there. He had a nice game. 6 for 45 in a TD. He has the Chargers and then Houston next 2 weeks. You need the tight end. You can be picking that something be up. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely, see, the dude's athletic and he's a freak. Hunter Henry, he's popped off against Arizona, which everybody does. Went 3 for 7 and had a nice game, killing the middle. Plays against the Raiders. The Raiders next week, so he should be fine. And the Bengals after that. David Njoku, self-explanatory. He might be in there in some leagues. He's Deshaun Watson, one of his favorite targets. He went 7 for 78 in a TD. Plays against the Bengals, Ravens, and the Saints next 3 games. Defensive time. Self-explanatory. Get yourself a nice defense. Number 1, Chiefs versus Houston, man. Chiefs should boat race them guys. Get them in bad situations. Probably even get a special teams touchdown. A defensive touchdown. Chiefs is a great play this week. Saints against Atlanta. Again, rookie quarterback. Even though Atlanta's going to try to run the ball, down Saints' throat, far as I can see, but they are playing against a rookie quarterback. Saints at home is a good play. So, and Packers at home against the Rams is a great play to me as well. Very good play. Do I see any more Baker Mayfield love? No, I don't think so. He already got rewarded. And Washington versus the Giants. We don't know how healthy Saquon's going to be. He says he's going to be healthy. Washington is on freaking fire and has a great defense. I think they're number 6 or number 8 overall on the year. Defenses for Week 15 waivers: Chiefs, Saints, Packers, and Washington. If there are better options like that, scoop them. But those are the ones I see that are not highly rostered. This is flawless fantasy football. Knocking out another episode of the Week 15 waiver wire. I hope you guys got substance from this. Hit the comments, hit the like. Let me know that you appreciate your boy. I appreciate y'all. See you on the next video. Flawless fantasy football. Well, you hear what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Let's get it, baby. Get them W's this week. Stop playing.